Hello and welcome. Experience feels like the safest currency in senior leadership decisions. And in MedTech, that feeling can be very expensive. So today I want to explore why a strong CV often functions as a map of past terrain and why that map can quietly misprice leadership risk when the ground has changed. So this presentation is for board members, portfolio chairs, investors, founders, CEOs making high stakes technical leadership decisions in regulated and venture backed environments. I work with MedTech boards as a venture tech talent architect, underwriting human capital before it shows up in performance. And my name is Haroon Rabbani. So let us begin. Let me just move this presentation to this side. Hopefully you can see in my screen. So first of all, the map is not the terrain. A CV is a map. It is not the terrain. So most boards don't overvalue CVs. They overestimate what CVs actually do. A CV is a map where someone has traveled before. It's not the terrain they're about to enter. Those are very different things. So when you're entering uncertain territory, maps feel reassuring. They give shape, they create orientation, they reduce ambiguity. In medtech, boards face complex terrain, regulatory pressure, capital constraints, unproven products, compressed timelines. So we reach for the best map available. Strong CV, recognizable logos and brands, familiar titles. That's rational, but a map does not make terrain easier to cross. So a map tells you where the paths existed before. It does not tell you which bridges are unstable, where the ground collapses, what weather you'll encounter, what must be built from scratch. So that is category error. Signal reduces uncertainty. Only structure reduces risk. So a mature medtech business is mapped territory. They've been around. They know everything about where they operate in. A Series A or a Series B medtech company with a pioneering product is not. They have different ground, different hazards, different failure modes. In new terrain, the leader isn't following paths. They're deciding where paths should exist. Judgment matters more than history. People don't fall off maps, they get lost in terrain. So when a leader enters unfamiliar terrain with a good map, the first instinct is trust. The system adapts around them, workarounds form, escalation slows, assumptions accumulate. Nothing collapses immediately. That's why failure feels delayed. Not because capability was absent, but because judgment was trained on different ground. So if a critical leadership decision is relying on CV strength as a risk control, I'm open to pressure testing that assumption earlier on. So this is the thinking before reassurance is mistaken for protection.